That's a lot of fish.
Here, lizard, lizard, lizard.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek, always joined by Mikey the Freak.
What's up?
And Sir Senor Steve.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Esteban.
If you haven't figured out, we are reviewing the movie Godzilla. But before we get into it, let's check out that trailer.
Oh, Godzilla, yes.
Here we go.
That's right, I'm trilingual. As I try and speak.
Yeah, you're trying.
This is 7 November Golf. Target's heading right at us. He's too fast.
I remember the marketing campaign. They did not want to show what the lizard actually looked like.
Please stand by.
Huh?
This thing's only 200 miles off the eastern American seaboard. We don't even know what the hell it is.
Oh my god, it's the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I do love how when they jump, they're like no one's in sync.
Better run, squirrel. T-Rex.
There you have it. Godzilla.
This movie had 75% of the cast of The Simpsons, with only 3 cast members in this movie.
This is true. So what this movie is all about is a French nuclear test irritate an iguana into a giant monster that heads off to New York City. The American military must chase the monster across the city to stop it before it reproduces. So that's your descriptor in IMDb, but I guess that's what it is, but it's a Godzilla movie. It's a monster movie. I enjoy the fact, this is one that I actually enjoy. I know others may feel a different way about this movie. However, I enjoy it. It's one of the ones that, I don't know, man. I just,
You enjoyed it?
You enjoy it?
Yeah, I just enjoy it, yeah. I thought Matthew Broderick was really good in this movie. Fuck you guys.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
But no, it had a lot of action in it. It had a lot of suspense. It took time to where you actually see Godzilla itself.
It had a lot of fish.
It did have a lot of fish. It made me want to go fishing.
It made the movie fucking stink.
I like the twist and turn at the end where once you think he's dead, he's really not, and he is just completely dead.
It's a goddamn female birthing eggs, babies. And I don't care if you're asexual. Stop referring to it as a goddamn male. Fucking female.
It's a they them.
Yes, it's a they them.
The pronouns.
But it had babies in Madison Square Garden. There was a bunch of little mini Godzillas running around. It was a fun movie. And like I said, they thought that they killed the big Godzilla. The big Godzilla came back. They did not kill her. And they ended up killing her when it got trapped on a suspension bridge. And this is one of those movies to where I feel bad for the monster. The monster's just trying to live. It's trying to survive. It gets mad because we killed all of its fucking babies. I mean, how would you feel if somebody went and killed all your babies and then was chasing you with a goddamn gun and trying to kill you? I mean, it's just
they
feeling
kill me
bad.
really fast because I'm a human.
Well, this is true, but
Yeah, and I like my kids.
but I mean, the monster's just trying to survive, and humans are so scared that we killed it. So yeah, I feel bad for the monster, and this is one of those movies I felt bad, especially at the end where you literally hear its heart stop beating. I felt bad. Anyway,
You
Steve.
fucking cry?
No, I did not fucking cry. I did not fucking cry.
You fucking
I
pussy.
bet you
No.
did it.
Hey, I've admitted when things got dusty. This did not make me dusty. I just felt bad.
You're fucking dusty now.
You should feel bad. You enjoyed this fucking movie.
Steve, what did you think on rewatch?
This is what was the time?
This the waxworks of Godzilla movies for you?
This is 4
Oh,
hours.
it's there.
This is 4 hours and 38 minutes of my life I will never get back. And I say that because I saw this in its original theatrical run. So God knows why I would want to rewatch it. But yeah, like I've already mentioned, it has 3 cast members of Harry Shearer, Nancy Cartwright, and Hank Azaria, who does a lot of voices on The Simpsons. This movie's horrible. I enjoyed the campaigning from Taco Bell probably more than I
remember.
Yeah.
We
enjoyed
remember a lot. Senior year of high school.
the only cool thing that came from this movie, which I will share, is the old man on the pier, Ralph Manza, wrote me like a personalized letter.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I like it.
You know, like, and so it hangs on my wall. Like, I met him, I had lunch with him. He was a super nice guy. He was part of the historical society that I was a docent at. So I met him a couple times, and I was lucky enough. Never even realized it. He never mentioned it. But he plays Hitler in Blazing Saddles. I'm off after the bunker scene. But other than that, this movie's the drizzling shits.
All right. Well, Mikey the Freak, what did you think about this movie on rewatch?
Holy shit. No, I didn't like it either.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good movie.
No, I do remember. It's funny because I look, we saw it came out in 1998, and I remember, we graduated high school in May of 98. So it was kind of big when I was graduating. And all I remember is the fucking Taco Bell fucking Chihuahua.
They
And
did
all
go
I hear,
hard with Taco Bell for sure.
holy shit. And all I remember is, I think we're going to need a bigger box. Because he's looking up at Godzilla in the middle of the street.
Yeah, lizard. I
Yeah.
definitely had
All
that.
that was Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I had that
That was
stuffed
all
chihuahua.
Taco.
I had that stuffed chihuahua that they had a little voice box in.
Oh yeah, they had all of them. You'd have to press
Fun
the
fact: the guy that does the voice of the Taco Bell dog is the same guy that does the voice of Rocco on Rocco's Modern Life, and is the same guy that plays Garcia on Reno 911.
button. That's funny.
Right.
Yeah, so I like the cast. It is funny that you mentioned Simpsons. I did notice Nancy Cartwright, and I'm like, holy shit, Bart Simpson's in this too. But
She plays the secretary.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I didn't realize it was her until I was watching it with my friend, and I go, holy shit! I'm like, that is Nancy Cartwright. I can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, great cast. I mean, Matthew Broderick, Hank Azaria. I mean,
Janae Renault.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Janae Renault. Yeah. But yeah, well, I mean, what's not to love about the late 90s cast? But other than that, I thought the movie should have stopped after they killed the bitch. I mean, it's just that simple.
I actually like the surprise with it. It made it more interesting. But that's just me.
I thought I was watching Jurassic Park.
So Kevin, when they supposedly killed Godzilla, and then you find out Godzilla is still alive, did that make the movie more enjoyable?
No, I just enjoyed everything about the movie.
Were
I
you
thought I had
were you
I had
uplifted?
fun with the movie. I thought it was a
Yes.
fun movie. It was exciting to me. It was entertaining. It wasn't one where I was scrolling through my phone.
I'm really glad that you enjoyed this movie more than enough for me and Mikey.
Yeah, I did. And I'm going to get into ratings and I'm going to give it a 7.5. I thought this movie was really good. I thought it
He
was
was
very
so
watchable.
excited.
I would
And he
highly
just can't hide
suggest
it.
I would highly suggest this movie to anybody who wants to watch Godzilla movies. Steve, what would you rate this movie?
Oh, this movie is a 3, and I would not recommend this movie
Wow.
for anyone.
All
I'm going to go
right.
on Letterboxd because Letterboxd is out of 5, and I'm going to give it a 1.5 on Letterboxd.
All right, Mikey the Freak, how about you?
Well, no, I did hear. I don't know if it's on your fun facts, but I did hear that the Japanese hated this movie
I
based on
believe it.
what we portrayed it as, what Godzilla was. That they just appalled this movie, and it wasn't what they wanted it to be. So I say it's probably the worst Godzilla movie of all time for them. Not for me, but for them. But my rating, it's a solid 5. I love The Simpsons.
All right. Well, now, how about some interesting-ish facts?
Interesting fact, the average rating on Letterboxd for this movie is 2.2 stars
That's
All
that's
right.
pretty solid. That's
Yeah.
solid. Out of what? Out of 10?
out of 5. You
So,
can rate
a
up to
5.
5
So I gave it a
stars.
5. I
Yeah.
gave it a 5 out of 10. So that's good. I'm about right with Letterboxd.
So the lead role was written specifically for Matthew Broderick, who committed
Oh.
to the film without reading the finished screenplay.
He should have read it.
Big mistake.
Despite the less than expected
He wasn't
box
doing
office
anything. Inspector Gadget.
right. Despite the less than expected box office performance, this film still made more money worldwide than any other American movie based on a foreign film. It held its record until Godzilla 2014 claimed it in 16 years later. And let's see, one more fact.
Yeah.
This movie sucked.
No, that's an opinion. That's
Yeah.
an opinion.
No, that's a fact.
That's true. It is a fact. If everybody says it sucks, it sucks.
Before Hank Azaria's character runs atop cars to get footage of Godzilla, he looks up and says, "Oh, geez," using the voice of his character Moe from The Simpsons. When asked about this during a podcast, Azaria said it was unintentional and that the little bit of his Moe voice must have slipped through.
God.
I didn't even notice that.
I mean, I always listen to their voices when I see character actors like that. But
Yeah.
what do we have for soundtrack, Steve?
Hank Azaria, I just hear Principal Skinner.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to save the best, due to recent events, I'm going to save the best song from this soundtrack for last. You have La Maricela Ellis, you have Out There, you have Singing in the Rain, you have Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush, you have Donkashun, you have Running Knees, you have No Shelter, you have
We
Lose.
played Donkashane too. Okay.
I suppose a Donkashun.
Ferris Bueller.
Donkashun is on there. It's performed by Fantastic Strings, so it's probably just like a string quartet performing it. Lose Control, Air, Undercover, A320, Deep Underground, Heroes, performed by the Wallflowers, and the hit of the movie, Come With Me, produced and performed by Sean Diddy Combs, featuring Jimmy Page.
Oh yeah, da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na,
Yeah.
da-na-na.
Where he samples Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
All right.
That was big.
Yeah, it really
Big
was.
thing.
that did not age well.
No, Mikey the Freak. What do we have for related reels?
Yeah, well, I went with, of course, Matthew Broderick. Some of his inspiring ones, Inspector Gadget. If you haven't seen it, I don't recommend it. Project X. I do recommend Project X. That's a very good movie. and War Games. Another good 80s flick from him. I got Jean Reno, Mission Impossible, Ronin, which is a good movie, and The Professional.
Leo.
And then, of course, Leon,
Leon.
The Professional, Leon. And then Hank Azaria, of course, Night of the Museum, The Simpsons, like 15 voices in The Simpsons, The Birdcage, which is a hilarious movie, and one of my favorites, Mystery Men.
It's a great
2000.
Yeah.
You mentioned The Professional, to which I simply want to say, go and get everyone. Everyone!
And everyone, if you like what you see here, make sure you give us a good old thumb.
Love it.
Hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. What did you actually think of Godzilla? Did you think it was a good movie? Because I did.
Nope. No.
Make sure you check out the Mod Squad Network, which is the sister channel of Back to the Retro Review. We have a bunch of entertainment shows over there. We go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. So I think that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. So for Mikey the Freak and Steve, I am the Beardy Geek saying, if we don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.
Godzilla!
This movie sucked.